Hi class, how aren't you today? That's not great. See what I did there with the double negative? Means it actually is great. Yeah, okay. So the learning target for today is to solve inequalities by multiplying and dividing. So we're going to solve inequalities just like we solved equations, but there's one specific rule about it. So let's get started. Alright, so we have our inequality, 7x is greater than 42. So we want to solve for x. So notice x is being multiplied by 7, so we need to do the opposite and divide by 7. So we divide both sides by 7, and that gives us x is greater than 6, because 42 divided by 7 is 6. So no issue there, just like solving a normal equation. And then we need to graph it. So we have our number line that goes from 0 to 10, and so we need to find sits on the number line, and since there's no line underneath this, it's going to be an open circle at 6. So an open circle at 6, and then it's greater than, so we shade to the right. And that's it, and we move to the next example. Alright, so here we have 8 is greater than or equal to x over 4. So first, we have to get rid of this 4 here. Since it's dividing x, we need to multiply both sides by 4. So, multiply both sides by 4. 4 times 8 is 32. Is greater than or equal to, and then remember the 4's cancel, and we're left with just x. So 32 is greater than or equal to x. Remember what I said in a previous video, if we have it like this, we can switch it. We can switch it around, so we have to say x is less than or equal to 32. So if 32 is greater than or equal to x, then x is less than or equal to 32. So if you switch which side the x and the 32 are on, then you need to switch the sign, the inequality sign, from being one way to the other. Okay? And then we graph it. Alright, so we have our graph that goes from 0 to 80, and if you notice, these lines are going by 8s. 8, 16, 24, 32, 40. So that means 32 is right here. Since there's a line underneath, we put a solid dot at 32. And we shade to the left. In this problem, we have negative 3x is less than or equal to 12. So, like usual, we want to take the negative 3x, and x is being multiplied by negative 3, so we want to do the opposite and divide by negative 3. There's one issue with this, and this is the main thing from this lesson that you should remember. If you multiply or divide both sides of the equation by a negative number, then it will switch the inequality sign. So the negative 3's cancel to leave just x, and 12 divided by negative 3 is negative 4. But this less than symbol is going to turn to a greater than symbol. So greater than or equal to. So whenever you multiply or divide by a negative number, both sides of the equation, then you need to switch this sign in the opposite direction. Okay? And then, once again, we graph it. So we have our graph, and then we make a solid dot at negative 4. and then shade to the right. Alright, one more example. Alright, so in this problem we have 5 is greater than x over negative 10. So x is being divided by negative 10, so we have to multiply both sides by negative 10. So multiply both sides by negative 10. So on the left side that leaves us with negative 50. On the right side that leaves us with x, but we multiplied both sides by a negative number, so we have to switch this sign. So that's going to turn to less than. So negative 50 is less than x. But, just to let you know once again, x is on the right side. Before we graph it, x needs to be on the left. So, again, switch everything. So x is greater than negative 50. So we switched it twice in this problem. Once because we multiplied both sides by a negative number, and once again to move x to the other side. Then we graph it. So here we go from 0 to negative 100, so you'll notice that these are counting by tens. So negative 10, negative 20, negative 30, negative 40, negative 50. So we put an open circle at negative 50, and then shade to the right. Alright, that's it for the lesson today. Please remember to take notes on the entire lesson, and once again, take a picture right now of your notes and submit them to eBackpack. Have a good night.